Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? Welcome back to my kitchen. Today, we are going to be doing more Rebel canning. That's right. We are going to be canning pineapple upside down cake. So, what you're going to need is brown sugar, chunky pineapple, maraschino cherries, eggs, oil, water, pineapple upside down cake mix, your jars, of course, okay, and a cookie sheet. And you're going to start to make your glaze. That's the first thing that you're going to want to start to do, okay? Now, if you're only going to be making one batch, you're going to need 1 cup of brown sugar and the juice from 1 can of your chunk pineapples, okay? You're going to put that on simmer until it gets to a rolling boil. All right. Now, while that's going on, you're going to want to start to make your batter, which is your cake mix, 3 eggs, half a cup of oil, and 1 cup of water. And mix that until it is smooth. Now, I myself did 2 batches. Okay. So I used 2 boxes of cake mix, 6 eggs, 1 cup of oil, and 2 cups of water. And for the glaze, I did 2 cups of brown sugar and 2 cans of the pineapple chunk juice. Okay. Now, you may think that this is a little crazy, but hey, listen, I'm all about prepping for normalcy and prepping with comfort foods. Now, the first step is to obviously get your jars ready, make sure they are sanitized. And for the first step in preparing your jars for the pineapple upside down cake, you're going to want to ladle in your glaze that you made with your brown sugar and your pineapple juice. And then you're going to put in some pineapple chunks and some maraschino cherries. When it came to ladling in the glaze, I didn't measure. I just eyed it, okay? But I want to say it was maybe a tablespoonful of the glaze at the bottom of the jars. Now, with the pineapple chunks, I had 2 cans of the pineapple chunks to work with. I put in and I was working with pint jars here. So I put in about 5 to 6 pieces of pineapple chunks in the bottom of the jars. And with the cherries, you can obviously see that they still had the stems attached. So I only put 2 cherries in the bottom of each jar. Now in goes the cake filling, or the cake mix, I should say. I only put in about a half a cup, and it brought it up to the jar in the jars about halfway full. You really don't want to go too high, only because when you start to cook or can, you got to remember that this is cake mix. It is going to rise. So don't get overzealous and fill it up all the way, to where the the inch mark is. only go about halfway up the jar, okay? And don't forget to make sure that your rims of your jars are extremely clean because we are dealing with cake mix here and pineapple juice and glaze and cherries. Okay, so make sure your rims are extremely clean. And you thought the next step were to be putting lids on. Nay, nay. This is obviously not a regular canning session because we're going to be using the oven this time. Set your timer for 50 minutes. That's 50. Okay, time to take them out of the oven. And now I want you to re-wipe the rims of your jars with vinegar just to make sure there was no splash up. Okay, and put your lids and your rings on. After you put your rings and your lids on, put them back in the oven for 15 minutes to ensure a good seal. Well, here they are, fresh out of the oven. You now have pop top ready desserts for your pantry. All right, guys, that's all for this video. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fear less. Ciao.